Hello and welcome to Math Lessons with Linda. Today we are going to look at examples of how to factor trinomials. So a trinomial looks like this: n squared minus 11n plus 10. A trinomial just means an expression that has three different terms, and we have three different terms. So before we start to factor the trinomial, we want to look first and see if there's a GCF. That was on a different video. We're looking for a common factor that maybe we can take out of each of the terms to make them smaller. But for this problem, since this number is a 1 and 11 is prime, there isn't anything besides the 1, so we're going to leave it as it is. What that tells me is that I'm going to need to figure out a way to separate this into two separate binomials, and that would multiply back to my trinomial. Now, some teachers do it different ways. I'm going to do it, I think, a very common way, where I'm going to take this last value, which is normally called the C value, and over here, I'm going to make an X. And what I want to do is I want to figure out a way where I have factors of 10 that add up to negative 11. So I would list out some factors of 10 to get started with. So 1 times 10, 2 times 5, those are my two options. If I look at these and just quickly add them in my head, I see that 1 plus 10 would give me 11, and what I really want is negative 11. So I'm going to choose the numbers 1 and 10. Because 1 times 10 gives me positive 10, now I need these to add to negative 11. So the way to do that is to make both of them negatives, because negative 1 times negative 10 will still give me a positive 10. And if I add negative 1 and negative 10, I get negative 11. Now you've done all the hard work. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to remember that when I factor my n squared, it's n times n. So I put an n here and an n here. And then I take my two factors, my minus 1 and my minus 10. And here is my factored trinomial. Now again, in previous videos, we've talked about how you can check this, which is multiplying and doing foiling, and you should get your original problem. So today I'm going to do that. I'm going to take n times n and get n squared. Then I'm going to take n times negative 10, which is negative 10n. So I've used up the first one. Now I'm going to go to negative 1 times n, which is a minus 1n. Negative 1 times negative 10 is positive 10. You can see some of these numbers are the numbers we had over here in our X. I'm going to combine my like terms. So I get n squared. These are my common terms. So negative 10 and negative 1 add up to negative 11n, and then plus 10. So this checks out. I end up back with my original problem, and I have completely factored my trinomial.